What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past. In the last episode, we got the first of the 3 pendants for the Master Sword. And in this episode, I think we're going to be heading down to the desert. But there's a lot of side stuff that we can get now that we have the Pegasus boots. So I'm going to be showing those off right now. So if you start off at your house, right over here is a place where you can, see a bunch of rocks. And in the last episode where we ended off, we could actually get into these when we charge into them. So what is down here? A very easily accessible fairy fountain. So if ever you've, run out of fairies in your bottles and you need some, just go right to your house, and right next door is a fairy fountain. So very, very helpful. Especially this early in the game if you're not that good at a very easy game. I don't know where I was going with that. But now, right down here, also near your house, is this big open field. This place has a lot of items in it, whether that be heart pieces, be actual items, but we're mainly going to be exploring this bottom half. There is one thing that we need to get before going to the desert, one very specific thing, but let me go ahead and get all this side stuff first. So right here, this looks like a bombable rock, right? Now, normally, there would be a different sound effect happening if there was a bombable wall. I'll be showing those off when we get into dungeons with bombable walls, but just know that this one, if it looks obvious, it is. And inside, you get a Great Fairy. Great Fairies heal everything. I already have everything, so that was kind of pointless, just to show off a Great Fairy, I guess. Alright, now, to just speed on through, because I love the Pegasus boots. Down here is probably one place that I normally don't go. Or, it's not that I don't go, it's just, you wouldn't think to go down here, I guess. This is just one of those places that's off the beaten path, and there is something here for you. It's very interesting that they decided to, design it this way, and... Ooh. Can I get these guys with arrows? I can! Awesome! So if you take all these guys out, while I waste all my arrows... Side shot! Hey! Hey! Well, that could have been easily avoided. Hey, you! Stop it! Oh, and I'm out. Better idea. Please die. I'll come back down. Oh, please get hit. Yeah! Right when I run out of everything. There would be a bandit in here. How you doing, buddy? Keep it between us? Sure. Hey, 300 rupees. Awesome. And inside, get some more bombs. And I think there's even more rupees in here. I believe he gives you more bombs as well? Oh, no, it was arrows. Okay. So I spent everything to get a lot of stuff back. Very, very handy. Now, what I was meaning about this being off the beaten path is there's a very specific weapon that you can get over in this area, and you just wouldn't think to go here, because it's just so far out of your way just to get an item that isn't required. Well, I wouldn't say it's not required. I don't know what I'm trying to say with this. It's a very interesting item that I can't believe is just over here off in the distance. Ooh, what do we have here? Now, that's the sound to look for if you know that a wall is bombable. Later on in dungeons, walls like this, sometimes they'll be fake, and they'll just be cracks in the wall. But this one's actually bombable. So you'll hear it, clang a bit louder than usual. Bust it open, and you get some fairies. Awesome. So back to full health. And over here, ooh, I want, can't have. Okay, fine, we'll play it your way. You probably saw it from outside. It's a very easy, quote-unquote, puzzle to figure out. Right here is where you need to go. Or where you need to bomb, actually. Just to get one space over. And what do we get for all our hard work and exploration? The Ice Rod. So now you can freeze enemies. Like I said, you barely have to use the Ice Rod in the game, and they put it so far out of your way that you would forget that it even exists, or not even know that it exists. until you need it. Anyway, there you go. That's what the ice rod does. Freezes them in place, so it's very self-explanatory, I guess. It does take a bit of magic, but there'll be something we can do later to help that magic power, or help how much it actually takes. Alright, so there's the main item I wanted to get. Oh, get out of here, Buzz Blobs. Out of here. The only way to kill these guys is to actually stun them with a stunning weapon, and then kill them. Because if you try to do it regularly, they just shock you. Now, that was one of the main things I wanted to get in this episode before we get to the Desert Palace. I guess I can show off the rest of this place while we're here. This place we don't need to go to yet. We'll explore there just a bit later. And, oh, you crow, you suck. There's plenty of rocks around here, and I always thought it had the number 8 on it. So I thought you had to get an item that had to do with 8, but no, apparently not. I have nothing interesting to say. An average guy, huh? Oh, do not remove the sign? What if I do? Ah! 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 Back off! Back off! I don't want you! Get away! Oh, okay, fine. I just leave me alone. Okay, good. Okay. Don't have to deal with them anymore. Back you. Desert of Mystery. Ooh. Well, before we get to that Desert of Mystery, we need one specific item. One that we couldn't get yet and that I have shown off. And we only have to have the Pegasus boots to get it. It's actually not that far from your house either, so starting from your house is a very easy way to get everything you need. And whenever you restart the game, it gives you a few options when you're here in this world. It'll say, do you want to start at your house, the sanctuary, or where you left off? If I started where I left off, I'd be around the castle. I didn't really want that. I wanted to be, or I would actually be closer to the sanctuary. I wanted to be close to the house because I knew I could get here faster. I want. How do I get? How about a little of this? Yeah! There we go. You get the Book of Medora. Now we can read Hylian language. So we have a translation book. Amazing. All right. Let me think. That's pretty much all I wanted to do. Now we can head into the Desert of Mystery. Believe it or not, you have to have this book. And it's one of the only instances where you need to use the book to get into a dungeon. You don't have to use it for any other dungeon, but you do need it just to move into one specific area. See, that's what I kind of like about these old-style games. They give you just little hints as to what you need to move on, but there's also stuff that you can find if you just go exploring, like the ice rod. I think the ice rod is one of those items that, you know, they expect you to need. They know you need it for later, but they just, you know, if you're an explorer, if you like adventure, you'll find it eventually. I actually don't think there's anything hinting that you need to find the ice rod in this game, except for, you know, something very, very obvious later. Ooh, I like this. Whenever you see a flashing rock, slash it a lot to get bombs and a lot of rupees. Or traps, I guess. Slash it too much and it'll start throwing bombs at you because you're being mean to a rock. Got another great fairy there, just in case you need it. And here we go into the Desert of Mystery. Wow, that vulture didn't even move. I hit it from one cacti to the other and it just didn't care. Oops. Oh man, those cacti hurt, man. Alright, what's in here? I think I know what's in here. Let's see. Oh, who's this individual? Hello. Yes, the language of the Hylian people. This is your hint for saying that you need the Book of Medora. So if you've gone exploring and you saw that book and you didn't know what it did, come talk to this guy and he'll tell you that you need the Book of Medora. But let me give an example of hearing the different walls. Let me see if it does it first. Yeah, that's a much louder clanking besides this. So a little tink to a clang. That is a very nice detail added to Zelda games, and it actually does it in Link's Awakening. I believe it also does it for the Seasons games, but I'm not sure. But inside here, you get a piece of heart. All right, 5th one. Moving up in the world, getting heart pieces. I believe it's the 5th one. It's been a while since I've played. Okay. So this is probably one of my favorite enemies here in the Desert of Mystery. I used to call him the Boogeyman when I was a kid. But look at that. He's just like dancing his way to us. It's like, hello, Link, do you want to dance? Okay, bye. And then these vultures, they don't really do anything. They do crowd you a bit, and I believe they get closer the less health you have, which would make sense. It's either that or I'm just, talking out my ass. Fine. You kind of have to fool him into running into your items. Can you kill him with the boomerang? I've never tried. Yes, you can. Okay. Oh, wow. This is absolute gibberish. So, maybe we could use this book here? Make a wish and it'll be granted. I wish for choir music. Oh, wow, I never noticed. I think Link makes a cross there on his chest. Can't believe the censors didn't catch that. And for wishing for the entrance, we get closed out. Can't go back. I guess we're heading into the palace. Let's go! Here we are at the Desert Palace. And I'm thinking next time on Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, we'll be taking on this palace and moving on with the rest of the game. See you guys next time. Ah! Back off! Back off! That's not fair! Back you!